Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Thank you. 5.5 minutes after 9 o'clock, and I've got a pretty fun idea here that I wanted to share with you. If you have lived in Central Florida for a long time, probably just in the South. I don't think it's limited to just us. I'm sure you've been out at night and heard a whole chorus of sounds, unless you're in the middle of Tampa or the middle of Miami. But if you're out in the country, which here in Ocala, there are so many areas, even in town, where you still get some of the effects of living in the woods, so to speak. So if you've heard some of those sounds out there, some of the animal sounds, then you've probably wondered what you were hearing. And so there's an article written by a professor at the University of Florida. His name is Mark Hostetler. He is with the Department of Wildlife Ecology and Conservation. And I wanted to share some of the stuff he shares with his readers, but I also want to actually play the audio of some of these things. And I'm guessing for the most part, most of us can guess what the sounds are. There was one on here that I had no clue that this sound that I've heard so often was made by something I've seen so often, because I've never actually seen this creature make any sound at all. Mm-hmm. And so I'm being purposefully mysterious right there, just so that I can save it until I get to it. All right, so let me just read this to you now. I know you just walked in, Robin. This is from a professor at the University of Florida named Mark Hostetler. He is with the Department of Wildlife Ecology and Conservation. And pretty much, unless you're listening to animals fighting, pretty much the noises they make is a call for a mate. Mm-hmm. They're asking for sex.
Yeah. Do
we have a 20 after, by the way, I have to need to worry about?
I believe so.
Okay.
Not sure yet.
All right.
Probably.
Anyway, so this is the time of year where the animals want to do the wild thing, and they are the wild species. We do the wild thing, too. We have different ways of letting each other know we're interested. If you live near water, especially, you've heard a whole load of different sounds. The frogs, the songbirds, the woodpeckers drumming on the trees. Now, I, in a million years, never knew that a woodpecker drumming on a tree was actually looking for a mate. I thought they were digging for bugs.
Oh, me too.
Well, they are and they aren't. I'm going to explain that in a second. Or I'm going to read what he wrote to explain it. Insects make more noise than you realize. And all these different sounds. And if you're walking through, let's say the Silver Springs State Park, the entire park is now Silver Springs State Park, right?
Yeah.
Even the part that was called Silver River? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're walking through there, now maybe not in the tourist attraction area or the former tourist attraction area, but maybe more in the old area, the part that was called the Silver River State Park, you might hear some of these things. So let's just jump right into this. So the first sound effect I have is a bullfrog. Now, you've probably heard this before, and just in case you haven't, this is a bullfrog. And this is a bullfrog looking for a mate. This is a male bullfrog. I guess that would be a bull. See, now that part I don't know. Are all bullfrogs male?
Good question. Don't know the answer.
The most common question he gets is, why are these frogs/toads so loud? Can I do anything to get them to be quiet? It is about sex. The noise you hear are male frogs and toads calling as loud and as often as possible. The message is, hey, baby. Here you go. Here's a bullfrog. All right.
I've heard that sound.
We've heard that many times.
Yeah.
There used to be a bullfrog. There you go. Thank you, Mr. Frog. Okay. You can stop now. Oh, look at all the bullfrogs coming to the window. Oh, no, Robin. I think I've caused a problem. They're
right there.
Turn down your radios. It's going to be a problem. You're going to have bullfrogs climbing into the car now. So anyway, we had one in the Cascades. Mm-hmm. Now, I think it was Greg Pittis, who used to do a real estate show with us.
Yeah.
I think he told me that the bullfrog that makes that noise was the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah, huge.
I used to look for it. Mm-hmm. Never could find it. Anyway.
We heard it.
We heard it.
Never find it.
Heard it all the time, and it sounded just like that. Mm-hmm. And interestingly enough, if you can take the sounds put it on a tape player or something and put it out your window, you'll be able to track some of these animals, which is kind of cool.
That would be very cool.
All right, the males still talking about the frogs, are positioning themselves in and around pools to attract females so they can fertilize the eggs and then they lay them in the water. That's why they're around the water, because that's where the second half of the act has to happen.
Okay.
Once he does his part, she's got to do her part and lay those eggs in the water. That's pretty interesting, isn't it?
Very interesting. I love that stuff.
Bullfrogs, by the way, eat anything. A bullfrog is not just the guy eating the flies. He eats the lizards. He sometimes eats snakes. He will eat a mouse.
Oh my gosh.
I never knew this either.
Never knew he was a carnivore.
The depressions around the neighborhood fill up with water, and these temporary pools become prime breeding areas for toads and frogs.
Wow.
Especially because the toads and frogs know that those areas have no fish, and therefore those fish won't be eating the eggs. And then the tadpoles will be able to develop. And isn't that interesting?
It's fascinating.
That they somehow know that this is a good place to lay eggs because there are no fish. So, like the dried up lake in Rainbow Lakes Estates, Lake Bonneville, recently has made a comeback, but there are hardly any fish, if any at all. So I'm guessing there's probably a lot of frogs around there.
I bet there are.
Right?
I bet there are.
All right, the next one is the sound of the western chorus frog.
Okay.
We're doing like a National Geographic show here. But this is all from Mark Hostetler's article. This is the western chorus frog. Now, to me, it sounds like a group of them. I don't really know, but here it is. There you go. You've heard that before, right?
Yeah.
That's the western chorus frog.
Oh, okay. I never knew that.
So when you hear that, you can know the difference. You can be the know-it-all in your group. You can say that is the western. Now the first one you might have. Well, the first one, the bullfrog. Somebody might have told you that was an alligator. That first one.
Yeah. Exactly.
That wasn't an alligator. That is the bullfrog. And then this sound, the western chorus frog. And as you know, frogs do cohabitate together, whatever the word is. And here's a chorus of all the different. Hold on, I have to change the thing here. Here's what they sound like when they're all together. Let me make sure I do this the right way. So you might hear that as you're walking through the woods. That's kind of a bunch of animals all together, just kind of all doing, and they're all doing the same thing. They're all looking for somebody to have sex with.
There you go. Might as well. That's the best activity ever.
And then the last one I have from this segment is the American toad. And if you know what the American toad sounds like, then good for you. I couldn't have told you, but this is it right here. That is the American toad right there.
Wow. I always thought it was a bunch of animals.
Now listen, watch this. It's going to go down. Here go down?
Yeah.
That's when he's taking a breath. Now there's another one in the background doing it.
What's that?
Well, that's just the guy with his recorder.
Oh.
So anyway, so when you hear that sound, that is one toad just going nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Humans make a lot of noise when the act is over. They make a lot of noise trying to get the act to happen.
Yeah.
Now, here's an interesting one. Now, this is... Have you ever seen a woodpecker pecking at something you know darn well there are no bugs in, like the side of an aluminum building?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is the sound of a woodpecker pecking on a security camera. Hear it? Can you tell it's metal?
Yes.
Come on, do it again.
Listen.
All right. So that is a woodpecker. Now you would think if you were just out and about, you said, "That stupid woodpecker. There's no bugs in there."
Yeah.
Because we've always been taught a woodpecker pecks to look for bugs, and while they do, they have, I guess, a dual purpose for that pecking sound. Do I have the male? Oh yeah. So that was the male woodpecker on a security camera. Pecking the metal casing around the security camera.
Calling a female woodpecker.
Calling a female. Yeah, he wasn't looking for bugs.
Oh, okay.
According to Mark Hostetler.
Okay.
All right.
That's pretty fascinating
woodpeckers,
stuff.
This is what he writes. He writes, the drumming that woodpeckers do is species specific. And the drumming is marking territories and attracting mates. Oh. The male woodpecker may have found a spot on your house that has a good sound. They come back day after day to that spot to amplify their sound. The sound may be annoying, but if you check where they are drumming, you'll be able to figure out how to stop it. The worst case scenario is that they are actually foraging and looking for insects in decaying siding. But more than likely, if it's on your house where there are no bugs, they're creating a mating call.
Oh, okay.
And if it's hollowed out and creating a louder sound, to prevent them from coming back, do whatever you need to do on the opposite side of where they're pecking, and it will muffle it, and they won't keep doing that.
Oh, no, that's interesting.
Now, if there are bugs there, they'll keep coming back for the bugs. But the sound they make looking for bugs is the same sound they make looking for a mate, which is interesting, right? Now, I do have another. Now, if you've ever seen the pileated woodpecker, which is that very large woodpecker, right? You've seen them around here.
Huge.
Not often. You don't see them often.
No.
But the very large one, they have a different mating call. They actually have a call, and this is the call of the pileated woodpecker looking for a mate. Not that one. Not the one in the back, but this one. Yeah, just ignore that other guy. But
I've heard that. I've heard that, and I didn't know what it was.
I hear that all the time. So they must be around, and you just don't know them. You just don't see them, right?
Yeah.
It's a huge woodpecker.
It's huge.
All right, now the one. Let's see. What's the next one I have? Oh, the male cardinal. I see cardinals all the time. They don't have much of a call, though. The females are always around those guys, though. You ever notice? There's always a female. When you ever see a male, there's always a female nearby.
Yeah.
Well, here's the sound. They don't have to do a loud one because the lady's right there. That's it. Well, that's him flapping, but
he must have found her then. But he's got to get some,
maybe
leverage to him.
Maybe he did. All right, I've got two more to share with you, and I know we have Charlotte calling in. She's an animal lady too.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is the mole cricket. Have you ever seen a mole cricket? I see them around gas stations all the time. It almost looks like an alien creature.
Yeah, they're scary looking.
Little tiny things. Well, they are able to make a noise, and you've heard this noise before, but I mean, unless you've studied this stuff, I never knew that this was them. This is what they sound like. I hear that all the time.
Oh my gosh.
I can sometimes be driving through a wooded area like the tree zone.
Yeah.
Right? And you'll hear that coming through the window of your car, like there's a gazillion mole crickets out there. And this is what they sound like. So
I had no clue.
You've heard that before?
I've heard that, but I didn't know what it was.
That's the mole cricket. And if you look at if you go to YouTube or something and look at a video, the guy doing the explaining shows the actual biology of the noise-making device that they have at the back of their body, I think it is. Okay? All right, and the last one. If you ever hear this one, you're listening to a male alligator looking for a female alligator.
Okay.
This is the call of the male alligator, and what you won't hear is what you can only see, and he will literally vibrate the surface of the water with his back.
Wow.
It is an amazing thing to see the video, but unfortunately I can't show you the video. But if you look it up, you'll see it. The water surface above his back is just all all jiggly, okay? But this is the sound of the male alligator calling to a female alligator saying, "Hey, honey, you want to make a little gator? Want to make a few gators?" Here we go. Here's the male alligator. It almost sounds like somebody snoring. That's it.
My God.
That is a male alligator calling a female. It sounds like snoring.
Oh my God, that is so scary sounding.
And as he's doing it, he's wiggling the water above his back. So there you go.
Oh, gee. That is so scary.
Now, if you're a female alligator out there, you're probably hearing that go, "Oh, where is my baby?"
That's right.
I'm over here, honey. I'm over here. Oh, those girls think I'm talking to them. No. Sorry, that was creepy. No.
There is a pond across the way here, so there might be one in there.
Oh, they're going to hear it now. That's the male alligator right there. All right, well, I thought that was interesting. The only other thing I don't have a sound for is the anole, the little lizards you see all over the place.
Yeah.
That display of that big red neck. both for females and for rival males.
Oh.
If you see the little lizard doing that, he's either saying to the male, "This is my territory, don't mess with me," or he's saying to the female, "Hey, baby, look at me.
Oh, gosh.
I got a big thing that sticks out of my neck." You can see them everywhere around here, and I see them all over the place. And
Gosh.
so I guess that's all I have. Again, the article from Mark Hostetler up at the University of Florida. He's a professor in the Department of Wildlife, Ecology, and Conservation.
Nice.
So anyways, I wanted to share that with you. And I think we have Charlotte Reed calling in just a little bit. And Dr.
Michael Fleck.
Dr. Michael Fleck. And what are they talking about again?
About a summer with your pets.
Summer with your pets.
Yep.
Don't take your pet down to the water and just stay away from that alligator if he's making that snoring sound. All right, we will take a little break and we'll be right back.
Yeehaw! Howdy, folks. RL here to invite you to DQ. Dairy Queen is serving the crispiest, juiciest, most tasty chicken tenders, all beef chili dogs, and quarter-pound cheeseburgers on earth. And you get crispy fries, a drink, and an ice cream sundae of your choice for only $5. Remember, at DQ, you can lick their cones, but you can't beat their shakes. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where they always treat you like kings and queens.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional stylists. Here at Hello Gorgeous, we are ready to update your look with the latest trends. And with summer here, it's the perfect time to brighten up your look. So make your appointment now for those highlights and Brazilian blowout. But don't stop there. We are a full-service salon offering manicures, pedicures, and facials also. So if you've been searching for a salon to call your own, come and see us at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located at 48 South Magnolia Avenue in downtown Ocala, right next to the Marion Theater. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
This is the Salvation Army, and I'm Major George Patterson to let you know that the Salvation Army is available 24 hours a day to provide help to anyone. We also have a family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala. On Tuesday to Saturday from 9 to 4, you can do your shopping, or if you want to donate, you can call 352-732-4469, and we'll even pick up 352-732-4469. All funds generated by our store go into the programs here in Marion County to help the needy.
All right, 23 minutes after 9 o'clock. We do not have anybody on the phone, but I do have something fun that I wanted to let you know about happening over at the Hilton in about 10 days, 10 and 11 days, June 28th and 29th at the Ocala Hilton is the Ocala Comic Con. I believe this is the second year they've done this, and if you've ever heard of these things or maybe have been to one yourself, it's a convention of people who are interested in science fiction and in comic books, I guess, and movies that are built on the storylines from comic books, etc. And if you're into that whole thing, it sounds like the part of the fun is dressing up as certain characters and showing up in costume. We do have tickets to this, right, Robin? So we'll be giving away some tickets?
Yes, we do. We do have tickets.
Are we doing it yet, or are we waiting till Monday or something?
No, we gave them away yesterday and a few days ago, and we should be giving away a pair of tickets today also during Fun with Joe.
On Fun with Joe at 11:45. The folks who are showing up at the Comic-Con here in Ocala at the Hilton, whom are famous, I say that with reluctance because I don't really know, but I guess they're famous in that world. Seth Gable, he's going to be there both days, the 28th and 29th. I don't know anything about him, but he's featured on this flyer I got. Heather, 1337, whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't
She's
know who
cute.
she is.
Cute woman, but she'll be there. Jennifer Ann will be there. I honestly don't know any of these people. I'm not into this, but some of you might be, and these are like naming Sinatra or Paul McCartney or something. By the way, it's Paul McCartney's birthday today.
Oh, it is. Happy birthday.
Mitsuhiro Arita is a Pokemon card illustrator. Thank you, whoever put this flyer together, for letting me know that. The artwork on those cards is done by somebody, and he's one of those somebody, so he'll be here in Ocala. J. Michael Tatum, don't know what he is, who he is, what he does, but he's listed. And David Vincent also will be there. 100 vendors and artists will be represented at the Ocala Comic Con event, June 28th and 29th. Do you know how much these tickets are worth?
$15 a piece.
So it's cost you $15, and we'll give you 2 of them during Fun with Joe. So that's a $30 prize. There's a costume contest. There'll be raffles, I guess a lot of them during the course of the 2 days. There'll be some panels. I guess you could ask questions. I don't know. It's another world. I don't know much about this. And then Pokemon
Just brought us the 2 tickets right now.
Are we going to do 2 right now? Will you do 2 right now?
Yep.
And then we're doing 2 with you later on? Okay, good. Okay, so we have 2 right now, if you want to go, since I'm talking about it.
Nice.
I didn't know Joe was going to do that.
No, he's a great guy.
There's a Pokemon XY tournament also. So all of these things are happening. It's a big deal among those people who are excited by this kind of thing.
It is. It's huge.
To me, I think among the staff here, I believe Dan is more into this than any of us.
Yeah.
And maybe we're just too old. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, it
We've
looks
seen
like
some
fun.
pictures.
It looks like fun. I'm not going to say. I mean, and you got it. You have to respect the artists that make these books and these cards and all that. I mean, they're really talented. It's just that I'm not into it. It's,
My daughter-in-law's parents are going, so
both
she's,
both your children like this, and your daughter's
in-laws, the parents,
Right.
they're going to the Ocala Comic Con.
daughter-in-law's parents. Okay.
Yeah, so they're like around our age. So.
Okay, so it's not.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not age, but anyway, it's here in Ocala, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I mean, this is something that normally is in Atlanta or New York.
Yeah.
Right.
L.A. Huge.
And so we have it in Ocala. I think it's kind of cool, and so if you want to go. I guess I don't have any questions for you other than do you want to go? And if you do and you get through first, you can have the 2 tickets and have a good time. Take a friend and go see what this is about. And you can use them either day or both days.
You can use it either. You have to choose a day, either Saturday or Sunday. It says June 28th or June 29th. So
Right.
you have to choose your day.
All right. So the number right now, if you want them, is 622-WOCA. That's, of course, the WOCA Climate Control Source Hotline. 622-WOCA. All right. Don't know what happened to Charlotte Reed. I know she was calling in earlier, but we had a miscommunication.
My fault.
All right. So let's push forward and wait. Let me take a call first. Good morning. Did you want these tickets?
Hello, yes, sir.
And who is it? What's your first name?
Carol.
Carol. Have you been to one of these things
Yes.
before?
No, sir.
But it sounds fun, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay, Carol. Do you know where we are? Because the tickets will be here waiting for you.
No, can you tell me?
Sure. We're in the Paddock Mall.
Oh, the Paddock Mall, okay.
Right? But don't go into the mall. You know where the food court is?
Yes.
Well, don't go into the mall. We're right next to the food court. We're part of the building. We're not a separate building. But if you are entering the mall at the food court, to your right, you'll see the window. You'll see our sign. You'll hear a speaker with our voices on it, and that's us.
Oh, okay, great. Wonderful. I know where the food court is.
Okay, Carol. Well, the 2 tickets will be waiting for you. Let me let you talk to Robin off the air so she can get your last name and
Okay, thank
and
you.
anything else that maybe she needs to get. But all right, so good for you. Congratulations. You'll be going, and we'll be giving away 2 more tickets later on during Fun with Joe, right?
Yep.
At 11:45. All right, we'll take a little break. Carol, you speak to Robin, and we'll be right back.
Like it or not, springtime is just around the corner, and so is spring cleaning and those winter projects you've been putting off. But don't worry, Sunbelt Rentals is here to make your job a little easier. Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right equipment for any job, big or small. Did you know that Sunbelt Rentals carries heaters, air conditioners, generators, lighting, traffic control, and so much more? So whether you're building it up or knocking it down, we've got the equipment you need. Get it done, rent it now. And right now, for a limited time, you can have it for less. Just by mentioning this ad, if you rent it Friday afternoon, you can keep it the whole weekend and only pay for 1 day. But this is a limited time offer, so stop into Sunbelt Rentals today, Northwest 27th, just a quarter mile east of I-75. For more information, just give us a call, 352-369-9101. 352-369-9101. Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done, rent it now.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president and top lawmakers meeting this afternoon on the U.S. response to the situation in Iraq.
U.S. airstrikes to stop the progress of an al-Qaeda-inspired insurgency in Iraq have been ruled out, at least for now, by President Obama. The Wall Street Journal reporting commanders don't have enough intelligence to determine clear targets.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. At the World Cup tournament, Team USA dealing with some injuries after its big 2-1 World Cup win against Ghana.
Josie Altidore appears unlikely to play against Portugal on Sunday after straining his left hamstring. Meanwhile, Captain Clint Dempsey is recovering from a broken nose, but he is expected to play Sunday.
Fox's Brian Yennis at the World Cup in Brazil, and the U.S. current account deficit widening sharply in the first quarter as exports slumped. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Welcome to summer, the official season of outdoor projects. It's time to roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty. No one knows projects better than the Home Depot, and no one knows project cleanup better than Bounty paper towels. Bounty has